The story goes like this. While NATO was focused on its billion-dollar stealth fighters, a revolution was happening in plain sight, not with a new secret weapon, but deep inside one of Europe's most underestimated jets. A wild rumor, persistent and detailed, claims Rolls-Royce quietly slipped a game-changing upgrade into Sweden's Gripen fighter. An upgrade that supposedly gave it a ghost-like heat signature and a combat range that seemed to defy the laws of physics. It sounds like a techno-thriller. But for months, whispers in the defense community have only gotten louder. They suggest something profound has shifted in the balance of air power. The rumor claims the Gripen's very heart was secretly transformed, giving it capabilities that shocked analysts and caught NATO completely off guard. Did Rolls-Royce really change the Gripen without anyone noticing? Tonight, we're investigating the truth behind the rumor that has military analysts spooked. We'll separate fact from fiction and in the process uncover a story that's far more complex and consequential than any secret engine swap. To understand why this rumor took hold, you have to appreciate the picture it paints. This isn't just about a better engine. It's a narrative of a quiet, almost invisible transformation that rewrote the rules of modern air combat. These whispers didn't come from press releases. They came from the periphery, from simulator data, hushed conversations between pilots, and the bewildered looks on analysts staring at performance metrics that just shouldn't be possible. The legend is built on 3 pillars, each more sensational than the last. First, the claim of a radically reduced thermal signature. The story goes that when analysts first saw infrared data from the upgraded Gripen E, the numbers were so low they thought their equipment was broken. They recalibrated sensors, ran diagnostics, even brought in different instruments. The results didn't change. The story alleges Rolls-Royce had completely reworked the engine's internal thermal routing, diffusing heat in a way that slashed its infrared visibility. This wasn't a minor tweak. The claim was that the Gripen E was now operating in a thermal range previously seen only on much larger twin-engine stealth aircraft. For a single-engine fighter, this was supposed to be impossible. In a world of heat-seeking missiles, a jet that can dampen its own heat signature has a ghost-like advantage. The second pillar was extended range, not from bigger fuel tanks, but from a revolution in efficiency. The rumor mill claimed Rolls-Royce engineers had redesigned the engine's internal airflow, optimizing the fuel and oxygen mix with insane precision. The result? An engine that squeezed far more energy from every drop of fuel. The alleged increase in range wasn't just a few extra miles. It supposedly pushed the Gripen into endurance thresholds normally reserved for heavy dual-engine fighters. This would be a game changer for countries with vast territories to patrol, who were suddenly looking at a lightweight jet that could do a heavyweight's job. The third and final pillar was responsiveness, the kind that wins a dogfight in a split second. The rumor claimed a new digital engine control system allowed the engine to adjust its thrust faster than any previous system. That fractional delay between pushing the throttle and feeling the kick of acceleration, gone. Pilots in simulations allegedly reported an instantaneous response that made the jet feel less like a machine and more like an extension of their own will. Together, these claims painted a picture of an aircraft reborn, a Gripen that was stealthier, had longer legs, and was more agile than anyone thought possible. It was the perfect story. A clever underdog nation outsmarting the superpowers with quiet, ingenious engineering. The narrative was so compelling, so plausible on the surface, that it spread like wildfire. But belief and reality are two very different things. To find the truth, we have to look past the whispers and follow the money. Before we dive into the murky depths of this rumor, let's get the official story straight. On paper, the Saab Gripen is everything a modern Air Force without a blank check could want. It's lightweight, agile, and designed from the ground up to be cost-effective, not just to buy, but to fly and maintain. The earlier Gripen models used the Volvo RM12 engine, which is a modified, license-built version of the American General Electric F404. For the new, advanced Gripen EF series, Saab chose a more powerful engine, the General Electric F414G. It's a proven, powerful turbofan that gives the Gripen E impressive performance, including the ability to supercruise, flying supersonic without its fuel-guzzling afterburner. The F414 is an excellent engine. But here's the catch. Because the F414 is American technology, it falls under the U.S. International Traffic in Arms Regulations, or ITAR. This isn't just red tape. ITAR gives Washington the power to control the export of any defense system with American parts. In simple terms, even though the Gripen is Swedish, Sweden needs a permission slip from the US government to sell it. America effectively has a veto over every single Gripen sale. This isn't a theoretical problem, it has created diplomatic headaches and killed potential deals. For any nation that values its strategic independence, that's a bitter pill to swallow. Imagine building one of the world's most advanced jets, only to have a foreign government tell you who you can and can't sell it to. This dependency is the crucial context. It provides the motive. The desire to break free from these American handcuffs is a strategic imperative. A Gripen with a European engine would be a Gripen that Europe could sell on its own terms, transforming it from a Swedish product with American strings attached into a truly sovereign European platform. This is why the rumor has so much power. It speaks to a deep desire for alternatives in a world tired of relying on a single superpower. The question of a Rolls-Royce engine isn't just about engineering, it's about control. Saab's official line has always been about pragmatism, pointing to the immense cost of integrating a new engine. But the strategic logic is so powerful, it fuels endless speculation. The official story is that the Gripen flies with an American heart. The rumor suggests a British one is secretly beating inside. Every good mystery needs a suspect, and in this case, it's the Eurojet EJ230. This is where our investigation moves from online speculation to the hard realities of aerospace engineering and economics. First, the Phantom engine. The name most often linked to a re-engined Gripen is the EJ230, a concept tied to Rolls-Royce. To understand the EJ230, you need to know its very real predecessor, the EJ200. That's the formidable power plant in the Eurofighter Typhoon, a world-class engine co-developed by Rolls-Royce. The EJ230 is essentially a proposed evolution of that engine. But here's the catch. The idea of putting a European engine in the Gripen has been floating around since the late 1990s and has never materialized. The EJ230 isn't an off-the-shelf product ready for installation, it's more of a developmental concept. That's the first crack in the rumor. Second, the technical nightmare. In a modern fighter, changing an engine isn't like swapping the motor in your car. It's a monumental undertaking, bordering on designing a whole new aircraft. The physical dimensions are different, the mounting points are different, and the connections for fuel, hydraulics, and wiring are all different. You'd have to re-engineer the entire rear fuselage. Then there's airflow. The Gripen E's air intakes are meticulously designed to feed the GE F414 engine the exact amount of air it needs at every speed and altitude. A different engine with different airflow requirements would almost certainly mean a complete redesign of the intakes, which would affect the jet's aerodynamics and radar signature. And beyond the hardware, you have the software. Modern jets are flying computers. The engine's control system is deeply integrated with the flight controls. Changing the engine would mean rewriting millions of lines of code and conducting a grueling, multi-year flight test campaign to make sure it's safe. This isn't speculation, it's the reality of aerospace engineering. And it's a reality confirmed by the one person who would know best. Saab's CEO, Mikael Johansson, stated that sticking with the US engine is the most economically viable path, and integrating a different one would be a large-scale undertaking and would undoubtedly be uneconomical. That's the language of a company grounded in reality. Finally, the economic black hole. A re-engining program would cost billions. Who would pay for it? As of early 2026, there is no evidence of any such funding. No government has announced a program. No contract has been signed. The market itself gives us the clearest signal. In late 2025, Saab signed a major contract to supply Gripen E fighters to Colombia with the American F414 engine. Brazil, another key operator, also recently signed a comprehensive support agreement for its F414 engines. Every time a customer buys the current Gripen, the incentive to gamble on a risky redesign shrinks. When you ask the professional questions, where is the funded requirement? Where is the development contract? Where is the test effort? The answer is silence. The trail has gone cold. So there was no secret engine swap. The sensational rumors are just that, rumors. Debunking a myth can feel like an anticlimax, but the truth is often more nuanced and in its own way more impressive than the fiction. The Gripen has changed. It has become a more formidable aircraft than many appreciated. But the revolution didn't come from a heart transplant. It came from brilliant engineering, a different philosophy of air combat, and one game-changing piece of technology hidden in plain sight. The Gripen's approach to survival isn't based on being physically invisible to radar like the F-35. That's an incredibly expensive path. Instead, the Gripen's philosophy is rooted in electronic warfare and situational awareness. It's designed to blind and confuse its enemies. It's equipped with a highly advanced electronic warfare suite and can carry decoys like the Bright Cloud, a smart jammer that lures away incoming missiles. Plus, its smaller size naturally gives it a smaller radar cross-section than bigger jets. It's not a true stealth aircraft, but it's a much harder target to track than its peers. This brings us to the centerpiece of the Gripen's true transformation. A small orb-like sensor just in front of the cockpit called the Skyward G. It's an infrared search and track system, or IRST. Unlike radar, which shouts its presence by blasting out radio waves, an IRST is completely silent. It just watches, scanning for the heat signatures of other aircraft. This gives the Gripen a phenomenal advantage. It can hunt for enemies without them ever knowing they're being watched. And the Skyward G isn't just any IRST, it's an incredibly sensitive system. While exact figures are classified, its manufacturer and Saab state it has a significant counter-stealth capability, able to detect and track low radar cross-section targets at long ranges, well beyond visual contact. Think about what that means. The whole point of a stealth fighter is to see your opponent before it sees you. The Gripen's IRST can flip that script, potentially detecting the faint heat of a stealth aircraft from far away while remaining electronically silent. This is the source of the ghost narrative. The real secret wasn't about hiding, it was about seeing. This advanced tech is built on the Gripen's most radical feature, its design philosophy. Born from Sweden's Cold War neutrality, the Gripen was made to fight alone. It doesn't need pristine runways. It can take off and land on 800-meter stretches of public roads. A squadron can scatter across the country, making it nearly impossible to wipe out on the ground. This extends to maintenance. While an F-35 can have notoriously low readiness rates, the Gripen is designed for maximum availability. A small team can refuel and rearm one in about 10 minutes. It boasts readiness rates that often exceed 80 or 90%. In a real war, availability is power. So, the revelation is this. Observers weren't missing a secret engine. They were missing the profound strategic implication of the Gripen's core identity. They looked for a hardware change and overlooked the revolution in software, sensors, and strategy that was happening in plain sight. So, we've debunked the myth. But why does this story matter? First, the Rolls-Royce rumor refuses to die because it's a symptom of a real geopolitical tension. Anxiety about dependency on American military hardware is not a fantasy. The ITAR restrictions on the Gripen are real, and the desire for a European fighter free from Washington's political control is a powerful force. The rumor is a manifestation of this desire for strategic autonomy. Saab's leadership has even subtly fanned these flames. When asked about a Rolls-Royce engine, the CEO didn't issue a flat denial. He gave a carefully worded statement about continuously evaluating engine technologies that support customer sovereignty. That word, sovereignty, was a deliberate signal. We hear you, we know you want independence, and we're not locking you in. This clever messaging keeps the door open for the future. The second takeaway is what military planners are actually noticing now. Not a new engine, but a fundamental challenge to the established doctrine of air power. For 30 years, that doctrine has been dominated by the pursuit of ever more expensive stealth platforms. The Gripen offers a different path. It suggests that high availability, advanced electronic warfare, and revolutionary passive sensors can create a lethality that rivals a traditional stealth fighter. It forces planners to ask uncomfortable questions. What's more valuable? A small fleet of invisible jets that are hard to maintain, or a larger fleet of resilient jets that can see without being seen and stay in the fight day after day? This leads to the final, most profound implication. The Gripen story signals a shift in what defines cutting-edge air power. The new frontier is in software, data fusion, and the electromagnetic spectrum. The ability to process information faster than an opponent and to detect threats passively are becoming the true measures of a superior fighting force. The Gripen, with its upgradable software, sensor fusion, and game-changing IRST, is a harbinger of this new era. This is the real change that went unnoticed. It wasn't a secret rewiring by Rolls-Royce. It was a fundamental rewiring of the very concept of air superiority, a change that has been happening in plain sight for years. So, we started with a sensational rumor of a secret engine swap. Our investigation found the reality was not so simple. We busted the myth by examining the immense technical and economic barriers. But in its place, we uncovered a more profound truth. The Gripen's real power comes from a revolutionary philosophy, a combination of resilience from its Cold War heritage, a technological edge from its world-class electronic warfare suite, and its game-changing passive IRST sensor. The story of the Gripen isn't about a secret someone else gave it. It's about the strengths it has had all along, strengths the world is only now beginning to fully appreciate. What do you think is more important for the future of air combat, physical stealth, or advanced sensors and electronic warfare? Let us know in the comments below.